thing that you've been working for, and if I only had, and if I just got to it, then I'd be happy. You ever notice that when you get to it, that it wasn't really it? But now there's something else that's it? And this is the way it works in life, that every time we get to the thing that we thought was going to be it, that it wasn't really it. A lot of really smart people have figured out that there are only really two ways to get satisfaction that isn't temporary, because all of that getting to it is just temporary. I got it, yay, I'm happy, and I'm bored. What's next? Yes? Who's had that experience in your life? Someone. Know that we're talking about a lot more than service as we go through this over the next couple of days. The two things that offer lasting satisfaction, that go with you for a long time, that actually give you a sense of fulfillment, are when you personally are growing. Yes? You agree? When you feel yourself moving in a direction that you haven't ever gone before, that's growth. It's uncomfortable sometimes, it's sometimes difficult, even painful. And yet that produces some sense of lasting fulfillment and satisfaction. Or the second one, is contribution. When you're making a real difference in the life of another human being, whoever that happens to be. Now we can make that about work, and we can say every day our lives intersect with other human beings on their property, the most expensive thing they're ever going to own. They invite us there to make it better. That's a pretty cool thing. So we have that opportunity to intersect with them there. That's contribution. And yet we walk into those environments looking for what's it going to be for me, do we not? Shift that focus slightly and watch what starts to happen. Shift your focus here in the room, because we all came here with something about me. Why do I have to be here? I'm sure glad I get to go. What am I going to learn? Whatever that is okay. It's just where you are, and I get that, and I'm comfortable with it. What happens if you shift that focus from what about me to how can I just make someone else's life here today better? What can I do to contribute to the success of others? Please stand. In a moment, I'm going to begin to play some music, and as the music plays, I'm going to invite you to move around the room and shake hands. Shake as many hands as possible. We're not stopping to have conversations. Simply say good morning to the people that you're passing as you shake their hands. When the music stops, freeze wherever you are, remain standing, turn and face, and wait for further instructions. You ready? Go. There's going to be times when you're engaged in conversations with each other, having doing work that we've sort of ascribed for you to do, etc. When that happens, rather than me coldly interrupting you, I'm just going to stand at the front of the room with my hand up. And that means that it's getting time to move on, and I want to honor your conversations, allow you the chance to finish what you're talking about, and when you're ready to rejoin the rest of the group, just simply turn and do the same. Hands up. When we see everybody's hands up in the room and the room gets quiet, then we'll know that we're ready to move on. Fair? Furthermore, when I ask a yes or no question to the room, I'm I'm going to be fairly insistent on getting voices involved in the answer. Right? So that means that if I ask a yes or no answer to a question to which your answer is yes, then you need to verbalize yes. Are you okay with this?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to ask again because I didn't hear everybody's voices in the room. Are you okay with this?
Yes.
That's what I'm looking for, all right? So there's something that happens powerfully when we get engaged in the room, all right? And we tend to be in this place where we want to sit back and we want to be reserved, and everyone's a little hesitant over here right now, and I can feel that. Right? We're feeling like, what is this exactly about? Who's this dude in a suit that showed up at our shop? Figures he knows what he's talking about. I get that, all right? I've been where you've been. I've got 21 years in the industry. I'm an HVAC tech at heart, so just know that I've been where you are. And I've been doing this, coming to people's shops like yours for 12 years now, training the system that you're about to learn, and it works. It works, right? I quit a long time ago. All right? So just allow yourself to move in the path of your discomfort this morning and say, what could I possibly get from being here? What could happen if I just engaged? Are you willing to do that?
Yes. Yes.
Very good. In a moment, actually, what I'm going to ask you to do right now is in your groups, right where you're standing, find your way into groups of 4 or 5. 4 or 5, right where you're standing. Just grab the nearest people to you. Jump in, 6 is fine, that's good. So, you may have seen the one picture with my family and I with the helmets on. I've got 4 kids, beautiful wife, all back at home. In Canada, where I live just north of the Montana border, about an hour north of the Montana border. So way west. I spent a long time traveling yesterday to get here. And I'm honored, pleased to be in your presence here this morning. With my family and I, what we love to do the most on a weekend is pack up the camper. Usually, my 4 kids each invite 1 friend or more. So we have anywhere between 8 and 12 kids that usually come with us. Several vehicles of us pack out. We take the camper, we take our quad trailer along with 3 or 4 ATVs, which however many we can fit in, and we hit the mountains. We go and we hang out in the Rocky Mountains where there is no cell service, there is no Wi-Fi. Your screens and devices are basically useless. I don't even let them charge them, so they can bring them along, but when they die, they're done. And we spend our time in the Rocky Mountains, off the grid, and we explore and we enjoy nature. And that, for me, is the perfect weekend. Getting absolutely lost in nature with the people I love the most. Here's what I'm going to ask you to do. In a moment, consider this as you're thinking it through. I want you to take a moment and share what you would describe as your perfect weekend. Just to the people in the group of 5 or 6 that you're in right now. Describe your perfect weekend. And please, keep it PG. Go.
Much more